just wait outside. Let me know when you're ready. Mrs. Denning.
It's all right, Andrew. It is not your fault.
I'm sorry. I know how much it's meant to you. Maybe things can still work out.
Not much chance of that now, I'm afraid.
Well, maybe when he finds out why you did it.
No, I don't think that'll make much difference now. Didn't to my daughter. Andrew, thank you. You've been excellent. Oh, Mark. It's time to say goodbye.
So, Julie, how are you getting to Martha's Vineyard? I have a reservation on the ferry, which means I have to catch the next shuttle to Boston. Are you ready? Oh, well, yeah, I thought I was, but apparently Mother doesn't think so. Where is she? She is upstairs supervising my packing. Or should I say repacking? Heaven forbid I'm not dressed properly for this college admissions people. Julie, I'm not kidding you. I'm going to have enough clothes to take around the world with me. Listen, you don't think that she knows I'm not going with you, do you? No, why would she? I don't know. I guess I'm just nervous. Well, if you've got to get that next shuttle, we better go hurry her up.
Hey, Brenda. Grace said you wanted to see me?
Julie, why don't you go on up? I'll be up in a second, okay? Yeah.
So what do you want to see me about?
Come in.
Breakfast is almost ready. Coffee?
Fog is so thick, I can't even see the beach.
Yeah, it's classic Martha's Vineyard fog.
Did you hear the foghorn this morning?
Hard to miss.
As if someone's calling.
Hey, you can catch cold.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Something about this fog.
What do you mean?
There's something out there waiting for me.
What?
I don't know. But it's out there.
Come on now. This is a good way to catch pneumonia. There you go. This will warm you up. Now, you know what this is a great day for?
What?
Sitting by the fire, a cozy fire. And maybe we can rummage through the attic, find some old
I want to go
books.
for a walk.
Why don't we wait till it clears?
No, now. Beginning to know this feeling, Fed. There's another memory waiting out there for me. And it has something to do with that fog.
That doesn't sound to me like a very pleasant memory.
Maybe it isn't. That's okay. So I have to remember the bad ones as well as the good ones. It's the only way I'm ever going to find out who I am. Who you are. If you don't want to go with me, that's all right.
I'll go with you. Now, you make me a deal. I'll go out and take a walk in the fog if you come downstairs and have breakfast with me by the fire.
Deal.
All right. Now, you get dressed, and you make sure you put on a couple of sweaters. I'll go get breakfast.
I just wanted to tell you that I'm not going to be taking my car because my dad talked me into flying.
I see. So that's why you had me come up here to tell me that?
Well, yeah, and I just wanted to tell you thanks for checking over my card.
My job. Look, I better get back to work.
Okay, sure.
Have a nice trip.
Thanks. Dylan.
What?
I just wanted to know that
I know you're not going to have half of what you need when you get there. It was Judy rushing it.
Mom, she can't wear half the stuff you packed for her anyway.
Dylan, would you take this bag out front? Charles is going to be driving Brenda to the airport.
Sure.
Darling, you have a wonderful trip. And you are doing exactly the right thing. I know once you see all those gorgeous campuses, you won't know which college to go to.
I bet.
Listen, I'm so glad you're going to go with her, Julie. Thank you.
Yeah, me too, but we've really got to go. Yeah, we're going to be late now.
All right, darling. Now, you call me as soon as you get to the hotel.
Okay, and listen, while I'm gone, why don't you try to patch things up with Leanne and Jordy, okay?
Brenda.
It was a suggestion, I'm sorry. Bye.
Oh.
Well, how about me?
Oh, okay, darling.
Bye, Mom.
All right.
Bye.
See ya. Bye. Have a safe trip. I know you won't remember what I say to you. You won't even remember being in this room. But I need to tell you, everything I did was out of love for you. You'll never know how much it's meant to me to have you back in this house again. I'll never forget the times that we had together, the talks, reading aloud, just sitting together. Oh, Mark, I don't know what's going to happen now. Maybe you'll never set foot in this house again. Maybe you'll hate me for what I did. Maybe I was wrong, but I had to try. I couldn't just let you go. I love you. I will never, never stop loving
The ambulance is here, Mrs. Denning. Just going for a little fresh air, Senator.
Good. I'd like that.
Well, why don't you ask Brenda right out if she's involved with Dylan?
I did. She denied it.
And you don't believe it?
No, I don't. I don't think so. Thomas, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Well, it doesn't sound good if you don't trust the person you're engaged to marry.
That's exactly my point. Brenda's not acting like we're engaged to be married.
Okay, you do.
Look, I know that I've had a lot on my mind since I came back from Atlantic City.
Dad, you mean?
Yes, that. My whole life right now. Thomas, I don't know what I want to do. Everything is all mixed up. The only thing that is not mixed up is the way I feel about Brenda. I know I want to marry her. I know I love her.
Well, what makes you think that Brenda doesn't want to marry you?
Just the way that she's backing off from everything. Thomas, I told her the other day, I thought it's time we should get married. We should do it as soon as possible. Now, 3 months before, she would have said, great. Right now, she says, let's wait.
Well, can you blame her? Wally, if she sees that you're having feelings that are mixed up right now, maybe she's just giving you time to sort out your feelings.
Well, then why doesn't she just say that?
Well, probably because you don't give her the chance.
I do, Thomas. I tried to talk to her.
Yeah, the Clegg dinner party, which is a really great time to have an intimate conversation. If I remember correctly, the time before that, you exploded right in front of her and stomped out. Wally, you say that Brenda's backing away from you. But as an unbiased outside observer, I remember that Brenda's been crazy about you even since before you even knew she existed. So I find it hard to believe.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I should just go talk to her, calmly, rationally.
Now, that's a great idea. That's a good start. But instead of telling her what it is that you want, why don't you go to her and ask her what plans she has for the future?
Thanks, Thomas. I know I've been a pain lately about a lot of things.
No, it's about that.
I know you don't understand how I feel about him.
Look, it doesn't matter. We'll work out in time. Meanwhile, you're still my brother.
Thanks, Thomas. Again.
All right, Mr. Baldwin. Come in.
Hello, Thomas.
Mark.
Boy, kid, I guess this is it. Yeah, I know. So listen, what are you going to do if you do find Zed and Jenny at this place? What's it called? Moonstone. And I don't know. All I know is I've got to find them, and after that, I guess I'll just play it by ear. Yeah, it's really strange to think that Zed might be with his wife and not even know what she's done. Yeah. Well, I still wish you'd let me come with you. You know, it's going to be a lot more exciting than making small talk with a bunch of college admissions officers. Brenda, this is something I've just got to do on my own. What about Tyler? What do I tell him? I'm going to call him as soon as I get to Martha's Vineyard. I'll tell him I'm fine. He'll have no reason to call the hotel. And there is no place that I can reach you? No. I'll call you as soon as I can. I got to go. I'm going to miss the shuttle. Okay, goodbye. Good luck. Thanks. And I hope you find no hole. Hey, thanks, okay? And you be careful. Yeah.
Cold?
No, I like it. Foggy.
The fog at the vineyard has a life of its own. Unpredictable. Settles in here for a couple of days, or it can live completely in a matter of minutes.
I got used to the fog when I was living on a boat. Almost feels like home.
We never talked about that. What your life was like with your father after the accident.
Nothing to talk about, really.
You spent a lot of time on the yacht.
My father never liked to be in one place for very long, so we traveled a lot.
Were you happy?
I don't know. I never knew any different, so I had nothing to compare it to. My father loved me very much. He took good care of me.
Well, maybe we should go back.
No, not yet. Dad, have you ever done anything that when you thought about it later, it scared you?
Like what?
There's something that I want to tell you. I'm afraid that...
Jenny, what? Jenny, what's wrong?
I don't know. It's the same feeling I had yesterday. It's panic, and I don't know what it is.
You were here?
Yes, I was down on those rocks. Something happened there, didn't it? Something terrible happened there.
Mark, where have you been?
He's been with me, Thomas, and he's fine.
My God, Paula, everybody has been worried. You knew that, didn't you? What the hell were you thinking about?
I was thinking about Mark's well-being. I thought he needed a place to recuperate without a lot of outside pressures.
You mean he's been at home at your house?
Yes. Yes, I thought he would receive the best care there. And he did. He had around-the-clock nurses, lovely environment, excellent food. It was very therapeutic for Mark. And of course, as soon as he requested it, I returned him to University Hospital immediately. I only want what is best for my husband.
Well, that's good, Paula. You can leave Mark with me now.
I'll stay until he's
No,
settled.
I want you out of here now. I want to talk to Mark alone.
I'll be right outside, Mark.
All right, well.
Mark, how are you feeling?
Actually, I feel fine. I'm a bit confused. How long have I been gone?
A couple of weeks.
That long?
Have you been with Paula at the house all this time?
I don't really remember.
Well, I think we're going to readmit you for a couple of days, run some tests, check you out.
Nothing adds up, does it, Thomas?
Yeah, well, it certainly raises a lot of questions.
I do remember your mother asking me to stay with her.
Yeah, you had some reservations about that.
I felt she needed some time to make some very important decisions. How is she, Thomas?
She's all right. She's been worried about you.
I wish I could remember what happened.
Well, don't worry about it, Mark. We're going to find out what happened. Yeah, I'd like to admit Senator Denning. Could you arrange a room for him, please, Wendy?
You know, the strange thing is, Thomas, after everything that's happened, I feel remarkably well.
I'm sorry Miss Brenda's not here.
Well, where is she, Simone?
She left for the airport about an hour ago.
What airport?
She was flying to New York.
That'll be all, Simone. Thank you. So, Wally, what brings you here?
What is this about Brenda leaving?
She's going to New York. Didn't she tell you?
No, ma'am, she didn't.
I'm surprised. Checking out schools in the area.
What schools?
Wellesley, Vassar, Sarah Lawrence.
When did Brenda decide she wanted to go away to college?
Well, she's been thinking about it for some time now. But I'm really surprised she didn't discuss it with you. Actually, she's been acting very peculiarly ever since she got back from Atlantic City.
You don't give up, do you, ma'am?
I beg your pardon.
You will do just about anything to keep us apart.
Is that what you think I'm doing, Wally?
Isn't it?
I have always believed that Brenda should further her education. I should think you'd think that, too, if you cared about it.
Well, ma'am, there are schools right here in D.C.
I assure you, Wally, this is completely Brenda's decision.
And I find that very difficult to believe.
Well, frankly, I don't give a hoot if you believe it or not. Wally. Look, I realize you and Brenda have been having troubles lately.
And I'm sure that just makes your day.
Nothing, as you put it, makes my day if it upsets Brenda, and she is upset, and she's very confused.
Maybe you should ask yourself why.
Why are you so angry, Wally?
I think you know that reason.
I know what you'd like to think the reason is, but I also know people who blame other people should just look inside themselves. Now, I don't know what's bothering you, Wally, but obviously it hasn't passed by Brenda unnoticed.
Mrs. Clegg, I don't need to look inside myself. You and Mr. Clegg have done just about everything you can to keep Brenda and I apart. Do you think that I don't know why you hired Dylan Ross to come here and work for you?
You hired him because he happens to be an extremely capable mechanic.
Aha. And the thought never crossed your mind that maybe you could shove Brenda off in his direction.
Oh, that is the most preposterous thing I've ever heard. The man's an employee. You really think I'd shove my daughter into the arms of some greased monkey just to keep her away from you?
I think that you hate the McCandless name enough to do just about anything, Mrs. Clegg. But I would be careful if I were you, because your plan might just backfire.
Jenny, it's all right. It's all right.
I don't care. It was bad. And I know that you've got to tell me what happened. You've got to.
It was a day that started out clear and sunny. And then the fog rolled in. Thick like it is now. Maybe thicker. You were out in a sailboat, alone. And I was worried about you. I ran along these cliffs, trying to catch a glimpse of you. But I couldn't. And I heard you crying out in panic. The sound of your voice came from somewhere directly below this spot. So I climbed over the cliff. I still couldn't see you, but I heard you crying out for help. And then I heard your boat breaking up against the rocks. My heart stopped. And then I spotted you. just as a wave was about to sweep you out.
The wave hit. I struggled to stay afloat. And then another wave hit me. And I was sure I was going to drown, but suddenly I felt your arms around me, and you were pulling me out of the surf and onto the beach. I was exhausted. And so are you.
Jenny? Jenny? Jenny, you all right? You all right?
Oh, Jimmy. You saved my life. Oh, Jimmy. I remember. I remember.
Tonight on Crazy Like a Fox, Harrison launches a frantic search when Harry disappears without a trace. Then McCall avenges the death of a friend on The Equalizer.